Good day. This is Lynn Curry with Resources for Leisure Assets. I'm very happy to be with you again today, and I'm sorry that I can't be with you in person. But I'd like to thank the Costa Rican Tourism Board for providing you with this information. And today we're going to focus on pre-opening and the things you have to do once you've decided that the building is built, it's under construction, and you're getting very, very close to opening. These are the things that you should concentrate and focus on. You need good leadership in the spa. The spa director, the general manager, the executive spa manager, whatever the title of that spa leader is, you have to make sure that that person is very capable to do a lot of different things at once. They have to be able to get the spa clean and ready, but they also have to be very, very organized in all of the tasks that they have to prepare and do. So it's important that you get your spa leader on board at least 6 months before you open. This is an important part of the process, as they will have plenty to do throughout this period of time. That spa director then will determine how much of a team that they will need for your spa specifically, how much fitness staff is required, how much treatment staff is required, and which of those treatment providers will be part-time, who will be full-time, some will be on call. All of those have to be determined in advance. You also may have a situation where you are in a part of the country that offers some adventure wellness opportunities. And so you'll want to find out if you have to have a staff for that, or if you will be able to use some tour operators to provide those services for you. So in your spa, you have a lot of different departments. The spa alone could have as many different departments as the hotel. So when you start breaking down all those hotel departments, really the spa has almost just as many, or sometimes it can have more. So you have your service providers, your fitness staff, your salon staff. Within your salon staff, you have different talents and different education with nail techs and hairdressers. You have your off-property adventure staff. You have your personal trainers. You have to think about your reception staff, spa attendants, and of course your cleaning crew, which today is a much more important role than it ever has been, to make sure that somebody is in charge of cleaning and sanitizing. We'll talk about that as well. The spa director, once they determine the numbers of staff that are required for this property, they will put it in an organizational chart. This is something your spa consultant or your spa director will be able to do, and provide a very clear line between all of the different services that each staff member has to provide and who they're going to report to. A job description is a must for all of those jobs that are in the organizational chart. With the job description, it serves as a tool in the hiring process, and it creates a very clear list of things that the employee has to do, what they have to be trained for, what they need to be trained for as they arrive. So what is their education level? Do they require a certain number of licenses? The job description will have all of that information, so you can use it for advertising for the jobs and also for giving the employee once they've been hired, so that they can study and know exactly what to be doing. The spa treatment menu is a very time-consuming process. It might seem like it's not so time-consuming, but it always is time-consuming due to the detail required to describe the treatments, the copy editing process, and choosing the right photos and images for your spa menu. You want your collateral to be beautiful and simple and welcoming and easy to read, and you also want to make sure it's reflective of your spa and your location. The collateral should be beautiful, but it should also have some additional pieces that go along with it. Maybe you have appointment cards, or maybe you have a price list that's inserted into the spa treatment menu so that you don't have to print as many of the bigger menus. Menus online are really, really important. What you don't want to do is create a menu that has so much information that it's absolutely overwhelming to the client. It gets to be a lot to read a spa treatment menu, and to study too much information, especially when you consider that most of your guests will really just want a massage. And some of them won't even want to read the menu. They'll just want you to help them decide what it is they're going to have. This also provides a very great selling tool for your team. If you can sell them on a treatment, and if the guest is not specific to a treatment, that gives you the opportunity to utilize different providers in your spa who are maybe available at different times of the day, which is all part of that yield management process. Your licenses and certifications and legalities, your business license, all the information and education that your staff has to have has to be considered upfront. It has to be considered part of the hiring process, and many of these licenses have to be displayed. So there are local requirements, federal requirements, and of course, the requirements of the individual industry. All of the information mentioned prior has to be put into an SOP manual, Standard Operating Procedures. This is a manual that your staff can use as a guide. It's a manual that your leadership staff can use it as a guide also as they're training and as they're providing their employees with information, and it becomes a reference for employees to continue to utilize. Many of these procedures can now be placed on an online program so that it reduces the printing of paper, and it allows you as spa owner and management team to make changes to the Standard Operating Procedures manual without having to make more printing and distribute more manuals. The spa operating procedures then will go into detail about how the guest is greeted, how they should be spoken to, how the telephone should be answered. It will provide details about the guest cycle. What is the guest supposed to see and feel when they enter the facility? What is the guest supposed to experience? What is the staff supposed to do to the guest and speak to the guest about in the different areas of the spa? We want to make sure that the spa guest experiences a calming and more calming environment as they go further into their spa treatment experience. So they're starting at the busy reception desk. They're having a tour of the locker room. They're changing their clothes. They're going to the relaxation lounge to be quiet. They're going into their treatment to be very quiet and very relaxed. So this is the pathway that we want to help guests get to, and there should be a procedure for that for each one of your staff members. Cleaning is going to be a very imperative part of the landscape today. We already in the spa industry have great cleaning protocols and standards, but they are going to get more serious and more rigorous, and the cleaning has to be part of this process. So we encourage the cleaning procedures to be a major part of your protocols. The International Spa Association has just come out with all of their cleaning protocols for spas with checklists. And if you need to have access to that information, please feel free to contact me and I can get you all of that information. Some of the SOP manuals will also have checklists, and checklists are great. We use them for everything. You can use them for your cleaning crew. You can use them for your treatment provider staff as they're doing treatments. You can use it for your reception staff, your opening and closing. Checklists are great. So develop those and put them in the SOP manuals. They will be very, very helpful. Spa technology is something that can really help you run your business. It can help run the business from the standpoint of scheduling, but not only that, it really does help with yield management. It also identifies which part of the staff can be available in which treatment spaces to apply which treatment. So not all your staff will know how to do all the different treatments. Not every treatment room is capable of doing every single treatment. You can't always do a facial in a massage room, but you can do a massage in a facial room. So all of these things can be programmed into your technology, making it a booking mechanism that's very easy and user-friendly and helps with payroll ultimately as well. These systems are great, especially they're improving all the time. Your staff can use them for checking their schedules. Your leadership, who is not maybe in the spa at that moment, can use their cell phones to check the schedule. The staff can go into the break room and check the schedule from there. If a staff member is inside a treatment and providing a treatment for a guest, and the guest says during the treatment, "Oh, can I have a facial after this massage?" that therapist would be able to go to the schedule and add that afterwards. This technology makes that all possible. It is also very good with retail inventory and keeping track of retail sales as well, among other things relating to payroll and all of that information. If you're fortunate enough to have your spa inside a hotel or a resort, you have an advantage because that resort is already going to have the sales and marketing and public relations teams in place. You have to make use of that because sales and marketing, it can be a very big job, and to do it in a standalone spa, it can be a lot of work. But within the hotel, it's important that every group sales manager includes the spa in the group rooms contracts. And it's also important that all the public relations efforts that go out about the hotel, even if it's about food and beverage, even if it's about adventure travel, you should always include the spa in all of those pieces. It's also important to utilize some parts of the spa as an additional place for the sales department to sell. For example, if you have a beautiful spa garden that's very busy during the day with guests relaxing in lounge chairs, you can use that spa garden maybe in the evening for a sales event. Maybe a small board group or a group of women that are doing a girlfriend getaway or something. That's something that the sales department can help sell. Once we get the spa closer and closer to opening, we get to start choosing things like uniforms. And many of the uniforms come in all great sustainable materials that the staff loves to wear, that are easily to wash, and they're easy to inventory. So we can recommend some uniform lines that work very, very well. Retail is an important part of the process. Your retail will be the products that are used in your treatments. So when a guest is finished with their treatment, they can purchase it, take it home, or take it back to their guest room. This is a great opportunity for sales. And this is something that, again, on your spa pro forma, it's important to realize that your retail sales can be upwards of 15% of your total treatment sales. So retail is a very imperative part of your program. Your equipment, which has been ordered quite a bit in the past, was provided to you in the early stages so that the architect and the mechanical team can make sure that the equipment fits and that you have the right connections. But now at this stage of pre-opening, the equipment is starting to arrive in big boxes, and we highly recommend that you let the manufacturer come and set the equipment up for you. This way, if there are any challenges, you can have them be on site with you. They can fix the equipment, they can send it back and get replacements. But we find that the white glove service that the manufacturers and the distributors provide is a very, very helpful piece of information. It will save you money in the long run. Those distributors can also help you choose your robes, colors, the type of robe that you need, and it will also be a reflection of your spa. It is also very possible for you to use the linen provider for the rest of the hotel can also provide your spa linens, which might be a great way to save some money. Our recommendation to you is that you you order the spa linens in a different color, just because they get used differently, they get oil on them, and sometimes it's best if they get discolored that you have one set of discoloration that happens only in the spa, and it doesn't destroy any of the hotel linens that might not have any oil. Setting up the locker rooms also is an opportunity to sell your spa products more. Private label products give you a really great opportunity to include in the spa locker rooms. You can put your shampoo, conditioner, hand soap, body gel and lotion and shaving cream. You can create all of those products with your logo on them. You can use them in the spa locker rooms for the guests to have use of in the very large bottles. And then you can also include those in your retail sales, which will ultimately add to the bottom line. Private label is a really good way to generate additional revenue in the retail. And then you have your grand opening and everybody's happy and everybody's congratulating one another because the spa is open. And then you have your spa full. You have people in your fitness area. You have your saunas and your steam rooms are full. And you have lots of girlfriend getaways and you have people taking advantage of your adventure tours. And then everyone gets very busy and then we start making money again. So if any of this information is of interest in more detail to you, please do contact us. We are very happy to provide our insight, our thoughts, happy to have a conversation with you. Again, this is Lynn Curry signing off, and I'm thanking the Costa Rican Tourism Board for having us. And please let us know if we can be of any assistance. Pura vida!